where's a good, I don't know where a good spot to put this is. I think with the, oh, you know what, actually. Just had a really good idea, because I was thinking, the door is kind of, if a door opens up, it could bump the tripod, don't want it to get damaged, but what I'm going to do is, I'm going to lower this down. Hey, welcome to the stream. We got a new viewer in here. Let me just pull up the comment monitor so I can put somewhere, and then I'll finish moving the camera. There is channel. There we go. All right. Cool. So yeah. Just something that I'm starting to say more often now to new viewers and whatnot. I like my comment section clean, so no swearing or stuff like that. Even some words people might not consider swearing that I don't want there. But yeah, it will work out. We'll figure it out. I always give people like second chances and stuff. So anyways, and all right, with that up there, now the door can't be ruining anything, and we'll put you right there. That gives us a nice, decent wide angle of the space that we are working with here. And I'm gonna, where am I gonna put the comment monitor? Yeah. We'll put you guys right up there against the window. So yeah, cool that you understand and welcome. Let's set everything up. All right, first, tons of stuff. Let's move this drawer. Okay. The drawer's going to be about right there, because that's where the desk is going to go. This thing can actually step outside for a moment. Because I'm not using anything. So I don't know where these two TVs on the ground are going to go, but they're not going to go in the 70s corner that has this TV here, which I'm going to actually have a little video. If I remember to stick a little bit of music to it, it should be coming out soon. And it's going to be about comparing this older TV to a more modern LED TV, seeing which is better as far as the Odyssey goes. Because Linus did his CRT comparison. And that's actually a pretty perfect TV, if you count year-wise. This came out in 1982, and the Odyssey came out in Odyssey 2, 1979. Those will go there for now, until I figure out where I'm going to store them. Maybe one will end up as, I don't know, decoration in the background somewhere. Okay, this is a head cleaner. Yeah, this is a head cleaner tape. The Win TV box, that device is going to be probably doing capture of the Odyssey 2. Those can go right there for now. Okay, let's move, because this is kind of blocking our view. Also, that wood board can probably move too, but let's put, nope. Is there not a good place for this? Well, actually, you know what? I pull my sound box up off of the thing, and then I can just turn this thing sideways and place it down there for now. There we go. So, okay, what's next? Basically, we're just going to work to put away what I have now, make it somewhat nice, make room for more stuff. I need to move these computers. These computers are most likely going to go over there. Well, that one is, see, I'll just stick the joystick on the floor right there for now. This computer isn't really special. I used it a little bit. I think it's one of the computers I bought hoping it would do better at like video editing or video capture, not knowing what kind of specs are needed for that. And so it's honestly probably won't end up having any use and will either go into a storage or maybe listed online, but it's several years old at this point. So I don't know. I think we paid like $20 for it or something, so maybe $5. I have no idea. So actually, especially since the closet right over there, it's a little bit messy and nothing is completely organized in there right now, but I could move some stuff around and make room for things. But for now, I'm just gonna, I accidentally grabbed, actually maybe not. I thought I grabbed it in the wrong spot and like caused a problem with the door. Oh wait, I see. I thought I caused a problem with the door on the floppy drive, oh wait, no, not a floppy drive, a zip drive. Ooh, fancy. But it looks like, if anything, I moved the whole unit up maybe a smidge, but not much. It's fine. Also, it's a zip drive. I don't have zip disks. So, you'll go right there for now. Okay. Monitor. The monitor is going to go somewhere on the desk in here. Depending on the space, I want to have like 2 monitors, and I hope there's room for that. I'll have to figure out some way to make it work somehow. Because I do also have a monitor arm, but it's this heavy thing right here, and wherever its base piece went. And this thing might have been a little too heavy for my desk. So I honestly, the base piece is right here. So I don't know how I'm going to make this work. Maybe I'm going to have to try and find a much lighter monitor arm, because I'm sure they figured out how to make them stronger and lighter. Yeah, for now this is going to go to the same place as this computer. Okay, so that actually mostly does clear out this stuff, and I can get on to what I actually really want to work on, which is going to be all of these Odyssey 2 games here and figuring out how to fit them inside of the cabinet down here. So I may end up moving the camera. Well, first of all, let's move the hard drives and the art supplies. Let's go over there because they will not be part of this setup. We can pull this cord up and over. We have plastic bag. These things can go out here really quickly. Okay, so first things first is going to actually be the Odyssey. Odyssey 2, sorry, because I know exactly where that's going. Well, okay, so mostly, because I want it to go here, but having it there, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to, if I'm going to need to make something that will pull out on more, if I can actually, sort of game on. Step stool seems a little tall for the TV height. My chair's probably going to be a little bit shorter, but let's grab then one of these plugged-in controllers. and see what the distance is. I do also have some, I know I have at least one, I might have 2 cables. I need to look for those, I thought they were downstairs, that can extend out the Odyssey 2's cable. Yeah, okay, this actually isn't too bad. I wouldn't mind the Odyssey being a little closer, but you obviously can't have that without the TV. And I would probably sit a little bit lower, so maybe a little higher. So this can actually work, you know. And then if I've got like 2 people, So I think that right there will work good enough. Now I'm probably gonna move that shelf down just a little bit, because I want to put some games in there, and that'll be like the nice on display. So some of the bigger box Odyssey games. Also, these cables don't belong on top of the TV. They can go there for now. Also, what is this? Oh, okay, I see, it's a box for some stuff. Perfect. So, we can actually grab some of our cabling and wire some stuff in. So there is, something a little bit tough is I want the Odyssey 2 to be going in directly to the TV, but then I also would maybe like to have a VCR capable of going in, and you know, while I would like to have like a switch type thing, could be nice, or even just a splitter, but one that lets me go in, because like this splitter has 1 in and 3 outs, and I'm pretty sure it does not work backwards. I'm really curious how they got that to work, but it doesn't as far as I'm aware. I'll have to double check that though, because if that's the case, then the in goes to the TV and the 3 outs go to the other stuff, which I can test that in a later video. If I wire it up though, well, the VCR is not coming up here yet. I want to do this. You know what? Fine. Let's just test that really quickly here. And nice thing about this entertainment center is it's on wheels, so I can just go like this, and I'll have really easy access to the back to set everything up. So let's see. I need to flip this around. Alright, so I have hooked up the splitter to the in, and the in is going to our TV. Okay. And then, I'm going to temporarily need to plug this in over there. Turn the volume down for now. Okay, so that works, right? And then we have the Odyssey 2's cable here. I love how it uses the the RCA phono type now, and this adapter. Yes, I do need a chair. I have a chair downstairs. That chair is going to be coming up here eventually, and right now it's still in my very cramped bedroom with all of my stuff. But I love how, and I'll show you guys up close, like usually when you have a cable, this part on here does spin pretty good, but a lot of times they don't, and you twist the whole cable and it's hard, but this comes off because it's this type of cable, so then I have a free spinning end to screw on. I'm just going to stick this right onto here. I'm pretty sure this, okay, that plugs in. I'm pretty sure this adapter does not work backwards. Next thing we do is we grab the power for the Odyssey 2. We run it up there. And then, let's just grab, I don't know, smithereens, something, so we can get the TV firing up. And then we can get Odyssey 2 plugged in, and, okay. Alright, so I think that's confirmed my thing, but we can find out pretty quickly though by flipping this thing around. You know, if that's the case, then I might use one of my two-way splitters. I don't know. Is our Odyssey 2 plugged in right? Oh, okay. Now we know that the Odyssey 2 is working. So I will go ahead and again reverse this cable and see. We'll probably get the same result, and I won't be able to use this even as a two-way in. Because I only need two in if I'm going to have a VCR. Oh! Actually, for some reason that works. But why? Let me try, that's on the 3.5 decibel, let me try one of the 7 decibel legs. And if this one works, then I'll try one of my other two-way splitters and see. Because, okay. That's weird. Also, there is a bit of CRT whine. Hopefully it's not being picked up too much. I can hear it ever so slightly. It's actually not so bad when you're listening to something or watching a movie or playing a game, and I get that. But man, modern displays don't have whine. Alright, so now we have just a two-way splitter. And it seemed like it was worse on some of the smaller TVs, but I'm definitely hearing it on this TV. Ooh, especially if you're in like the right spot. If I put my ear towards the TV, like that. Sitting a little ways back from it though, don't really notice it as much. Maybe that's why I didn't really ever notice it as a kid, is I was never that close to the TV. Okay, so we need to make sure that this thing goes on to the out. So, I don't know why I tried this before and they didn't work both ways. Oh, I might have one of these. No, I have one of these. I think I know why. That's not just a splitter. It's a diplex or something. That didn't work one way. And the thing that makes me really curious about one way or two way is, go ahead and turn the TV off and let us off now, is I have wanted for something to have an audio cable that only works one way. I'm doing the setup differently and it should work, but for doing certain recording and having guests over playing some games, having a one-way audio setup would actually be kind of useful for recording off of old computers. We'll have to see. Okay, I forget where that came from. They were organized at one point and now they're kind of not. So, alright, so now that we know that information, we can actually proceed with setting this up. So that now what I'm going to try and do is have a power supply somewhere on this thing that, so that way, like if I ever decide to have a bunch of friends over for, you know, a group party type of a thing and we play Odyssey 2 games, my studio is not very big. You could have 2, maybe 3 people in here. So, but this way I could just unplug the one plug, wheel it outside of the door and use the greater space out there. You know, speaking of which, I should get my Oh, yeah. Actually, I have one right here. Although it's pretty short cable, this will be good enough for now. Okay. So, that'll go up there most likely. Alright, we'll worry about power in just a moment. So I think just having a two-way into the TV is good, which, So if this cable is working like I assume it's working, that seems to me like you can have any source coming in any direction. And obviously you can't have two sources at once. They're going to cause interference. But like I could have just this, and then I can have the Win TV attached to the other side of it. And what am I thinking of? Yeah, the Win TV can attach to the other side, and it will still be able to be captured by the Win TV and displayed on this TV. Which the Win TV is a little USB TV tuner. That's downstairs right now. And I've actually got this tiny short little coax F jack. So this is going to go onto the TV. I'll bring you guys around back and show you what that looks like in a moment. But that will go onto the TV, and the longer cables will be used for plugging in obviously the Odyssey has a decently long cable, and the capture cords. And I think it's pretty smart of the Odyssey to have a really long cable, because in an ideal setup, even back in the 70s, you would have it right next to the couch on a table. You could have all of your games right next to you. And then, because the controllers aren't very long. But I think that makes perfect setup. You don't have to get up to change games like you did in later years when the controllers went wireless. But even if you had a wireless controller, like from, I think it was one of the PlayStations that got wireless. I'm not up with all the newer systems and stuff. But whenever wireless controllers started becoming more of a thing, yeah, you could still put the console right next to you, but a lot of them it was like over at the TV, and then it was there we go. Cable was under the TV in a weird way for some reason. There we go. So you could still have the console close to you and change all of your games, but actually, if you don't have the console right next to you, and you still have to get up from the couch to change your games, a little bit of exercise for you. Now, this is kind of sad. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Just let me bring you around back, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let's actually take you guys off of this mount here, and okay. Maybe 10-20 more minutes of this, and then I've got some other stuff I need to do. So here's kind of what the back looks like so far. The Odyssey's coming out of there, and I'm going to route the power cable through there too. So the TV, why is there a Head Cleaner Plus back here? It's not supposed to be back here. The TV used to have these two things on the bottom, and I believe that was for winding the cord up and keeping it neat and organized. Unfortunately, oops, those have broken off. So what I'm going to do is, actually, I don't know. Well, I was going to I'll have to grab a cable tie from my stuff. I believe they are still downstairs. For right now, that can go right there. And, okay, my phone was just being a little loady of the stream there. Hopefully we're not having too many issues. Put you guys back up here. And let's, I will. I feel kind of sad though that it's not going to be like, I can't fit this whole brick through back there, so I'm going to have to just stick the smaller end through. That'll be okay, though. Once this is done, it shouldn't be very often that I'll have to take it out. Okay. So with that there, and then I actually need to move, I put the TV on the end of our power strip, but it needs to be towards the middle because it takes up 2 plugs on that thing. So then this little guy can actually run up, plug into the wall. Sweet. We can have it turned off for now. Be nice to have a nice one switch for the whole entire setup, because then also you don't have like your power running off to the TV or, you know, all of these devices, and you know it goes up to the, the TV's not on, well, back down the other end of the cable to the wall, and then you use it up. And then same thing with the Odyssey and all of these devices that'll be hooked up to here. Okay. Alright, that's good enough for now. We can kind of just scoot you back roughly into place. Probably be about like that, you know, and yeah, there's not too much glare from, actually, you know what, let's, I know we're just going to be watching static right now, but yeah, that's actually not too bad. And, you know, I can always, well, actually we're on full brightness, so yeah, I don't really see much glare. That's pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. So, now I need to figure out where I'm going to put these games. First thing I'm going to do is take Conquest of the Rings, this really beautiful box art. It's a nice big box. This would look good as a display. And I'm going to see, oh, actually, it does fit like right where the shelf is. There is the upper shelf that causes a bit of light. So I'm going to have to get some kind of a stand for that. I don't know if like a picture holder would work, or I'll probably custom build something. Maybe I can have a friend 3D print something to hold it up and make it look nice. So what I am going to do is take this shelf out, and I'm going to move everything down one level and put it back in. That way there's less. I wish this shelf up top was adjustable, but it's not, because there used to be doors on this entertainment center that I got for free. So then, you know, because of that, I'm going to get doors there eventually, but that's why this shelf can't be moved. So let's see, and shelf uses these nice little things that just peg into holes. That's cool. So, let's see, okay, so that's where it used to be. So now these go down one. Some of these seem like they are bent up at a weird angle. Let's think. Okay, nope, that seems right. So, now we slide this piece back in. Nice. Okay, so then, and I think what I will do is I'll put all 3 of these games on the same shelf. This one will kind of be in the back. Maybe there's a way to have it where all 3 of them are visible. Let's just kind of mess with. I know it's a little dark in that spot. Let me just come up onto the platform you guys are on. Wait, what? Hey, sorry, I don't know what happened there. What I'm trying to do is... I don't know why, but where I'm trying to tap, just brings up some links, sort of a thing. Let's hide the chat. Oh, there we go. What is that one? There we go. Although that's not really, I'd have to shine some light on there. Anyways, let's just move on with the, so actually I do have, I won't worry about it now, but I do have some lighting up here, so, nope. Having 2 games, there's not a way to really spread them out and have a third. So, the Wall Street Fortune Hunt will go in back. I'm sorry, you're just 2-hour long, boring stock market simulation on my TV. I mean, it's kind of cool for what it is, but it is kind of boring. So those will go approximately like that. And now for the rest of these games. This is where I'm gonna need like an actual, some type of a storage system that can slide out or something, because I mean, I can, well, how tall? Ew, they won't fit up there. Wish that could go down one, just a little bit. Okay, so these, I mean, I could put them like that, but you can't read what the games are. Or, you know, actually there is like this too. Then you got games stacked on top of games. I'm trying to avoid that. There were some game storage systems I've seen in the past few years, actually longer than that, you know, for Odyssey 2 stuff. Unfortunately, they just store the cartridges. They don't store these things. So I might have to build some kind of a custom spacer system. It's getting a little toasty in here. Might make a little bit of noise, but I'll turn on the fan. And, you know, or there's well, it's not very likely, but there's a chance that they will fit down in here. And so I'm actually going to bring you guys down. All right, so this is where we are working inside of these 2 spaces here. I think I want to fill the smaller one first. Well, the small one seems more logical that I could fill it side to side with games. Well, I'm used to the way these are in the drawer setup that I used to have, which I took a photo so I can quickly show that. Let me pull open my photos. Yeah, no, I did not ask you to do that. Go like this. So there's how I used to have them. I used to have them in those drawers there, but you know, that was downstairs with the new TV, stuff in the family room, and not what we want. So we'll just pull up comments again. All right, so we'll just go for, I don't know, 10 or so more minutes on this. So if these are going to be in, having problems remembering the, can I remember which category is which? Armored encounter and subjects. 2 players, okay. So, these are in here. Ooh, I also need to remember to, guess we didn't vacuum out in the back of this one. I'll have to get that in a bit. But these are going to be like this. Probably. I don't know what I'd put in the back there, but you know, that's actually, I can store other stuff in the back and have, I can store other things in the back there that I don't need to access as often. You know, like actually, come to think of it, if I don't really want this TV to be anywhere else in the studio, and like I can't imagine why I would. It looks cool, so it'd be more of a set piece than anything. It does work. It's black and white only. So, will this fit? Yeah, actually. So if I take you, rotate you. I mean, actually no, that's not gonna. I mean, that can work. It kind of looks cool in there when you're, looking at the games that way. I just don't like. I don't want a game to be covered in on the inside ends there. So I could get something to put there. Okay, so we're looking for 2-player games. Oh, and I think I know why. That one, some of the games didn't all fit within their category of stuff. So, like, this is also a 2-player game. They should be alphabetical, too. What else? Baseball is definitely a 2-player. Hockey and... That's a 1 or 2-player. I should have... I do have a 1 to 3-player CAD. Did I put hockey and soccer under 2? I thought you could play this against Battle for 2 players only. That's right. I was thinking it was 1 player, like you play against the computer, but no, hockey and soccer you have to have 2 players. So these are definitely. What else? What else is it? 2 players. Speedway, Spinout, and Crypto Logic. Crypto Logic is 2 or more. It's a word scramble. So that one's technically like 1 player, but you can like alternate. A lot of these like you can just pass off and take turns. Spinout. So yeah, 1 or more players. Speedway, 1 or more players. Spinout, though, is really a 2-player game because you're not playing against the computer with the racing. But the other 2 games are like you only have 1 at a time and then you switch. It's tough when some of these cartridges have multiple games on there that fit in different categories. I mean, technically, except for the Crypto Logic one, they're racing games, but so that's 2 players. Take the Money and Run is... I think I put this one under the 2-player category, even though you can play as 1 player, and then it's like the other player is just sitting there not doing anything while you're running away from the computer robots. It's really boring. I've never ever gotten to the computerized fanfare, even when I tried to help my mom, and we played together. Matchmaker, Logics, and Buzzword. So Matchmaker is a 2-player game. I mean, you can play 1 player and, it's just you play as player 1 and then you play as player 2. It's literally memory match. Flip over a tile, flip over another one, eventually remember where all the tiles are. Then Logics is a deductive reasoning game where you have like the numbers and stuff, and you have to guess the code in the right order. And then Buzzword is an exciting electronic guessing game. The computer picks a secret word and telecasts dashes to indicate the number of letters. You guess the letters. If they're in the word, they appear in position on screen. Wrong guesses are rewarded with a loud buzz and appear at the bottom of the screen. You have 8 chances to win. Full sync sound action, 1 or more players. It's Hangman. But they didn't want to say Hangman, which is weird, because as far as I know, Hangman's not copyright. It's just a game that I don't remember when it started, but it's been going on for a really long time. And there was actually, I forget who did it, but I watched an interesting video a few months ago on Hangman. that talked about like how crazy and complex it was and all sorts of things. The only thing, well, aside from Vhs being there and then me finding out about Vhs for the first time, there was one point where he pointed out that it's always fun to actually have the other person guess. So usually when you run out of guesses, you'll start drawing extra stuff onto the board. Dynasty. Dynasty is a 1 or 2 player game, most definitely. So, not in the 2 player pile, back into the basket. War of Nerves. War of Nerves is technically 1 or 2 players. It doesn't say 1 or 2 players. But it's just like you have a general and some computer robots. And you can play by yourself. But it's pretty boring playing by yourself because the computer general doesn't do anything. The computer general only works being led by the joystick controlled human. Or, yeah. So, what else? We have Smithereens. Smithereens is definitely a 2 player game. Anything else that I see that is... Okay. I think everything else is 1 player. Well, wait, volleyball. 2 or 1? 1 or 2 players. Okay, so it's a 1 or 2 player. I think it actually is a 1 or 2 player. Because, you know, like I said, some of these games, they claim it, but then it's kind of boring. Okay, so let's just see here. So we got A for Armored Encounter. I'm trying to think if I have anything. If I can just stand up for a second. Vhs Head Cleaner. Oh, yeah, this is the used up head cleaner, so that means the other head cleaner is the actual good. So this can actually slide in there at the end, and it will keep this game from going all the way into the end. I would like it out a little more, so I'll have to figure out how to do that later. Then we got Alpine Skiing. And we have baseball. And we got hockey and soccer. Yes, Speedway Spin Out, Cryptologic. Take the money and run. Matchmaker. Wait, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. N, O, P. Q, R, S. So SP and SM. It's going to be SM, then SP. And then W, War of Nerves. So those are all the 2 player only games that I have so far. I think there's a few games that might be like 2 player only. Do I see... Hi, G-Star. I have got... What time is it? I'm going to have to end this stream in just a little bit. Because I might be doing something else tonight. We'll see. Right now I'm just putting my Odyssey 2 games in here. Organizing things. Slowly getting this space set up. So then after that... So... 2 players, 1 player. That won't work though. Because it was originally for when they were this way. So I'll have to make new cards for this. But for now... What I'm going to do is have it so that when you're looking at the thing, it's the ones that are whichever side you're looking at. It goes, yeah, whatever you'll see. So these are 2 player. Then I'm going to put the 1 to 3 player. Oh man, how many of those are there? Actually, probably not very many. Now that I'm thinking about it. Let's find our 1 to 3 player. Those are 1 to 4 player? You gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna have to just redo all of these cards. 1 second, I got some comments to read. Oh, totally fine for joining late. Not everyone is expected to join every single stream ever. I'm having trouble remembering now what 1 to 3 player games are. Oh! Monkey Shines? Where's Monkey Shines? Not a game. Oh. So wait. 1 to 4. And another a 1-player card. So we got Monkey Shines is a 1 to 3-player game because you can have one person then play on the keyboard of the Odyssey itself and mix up the game board while you're playing. So Monkey Shines goes there. Pocket Billiards is not a 1 to 3-player game. Computer Golf is 1 to 4. Why is Type and Tell in that category? Type and Tell is almost not a game, it's a typing thing. And actually I need to move my, Monkey Shines Monument. I haven't heard of that, but obviously I do know about the Odyssey 2 game, Monkey Shines. It's actually pretty fun. I haven't played it a lot, but once my Odyssey is set up, then I should just be able to come up here and just turn it on and play. It'll be a lot easier. In a different reality. Okay. So if that's the only 1 to 3-player game that I can see, it's this. I'm going to see if I can fit the 1 to 4-player games in there now. Okay. Oh, and since this game can't be seen from the face of it anywhere, you just have to remember that this is Demon Attack. Wait. Why is this a 1 to 4? Is it? No, this is a 1 to 2-player game. By the way, this one is from Brazil. We have an American version, but this is one from Brazil. Para jogos de único jogador contra a máquina. Use o controle manual esguardo. It's probably telling you, I think that's the standard, like, use this controller for this player, and you move with this, and it has the action button, and blah blah blah, or Certificate CDK o console Odyssey es ya desligado antes de inserir o cartucho. Probably insert the cartridge before turning it on. I think I have that somewhere, and I think I did read the Neverhood manual. I don't remember the Monkey Shines Monument. I do remember the, he found the thing in his backyard of ancient text. The Neverhood is real. Yeah. So the nice thing about this, but will it be alphabetized? That's horrible. Maybe not. Let's find out. Also, 1 to 4 players. Alright, so computer golf. These are probably not all going to fit here, sadly. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What? Electronic table soccer. Where does this one go? Should be a 1 to 2 player. Yeah, 1 or 2. So why is this over here? Wait, this is a 1 or 2, so that doesn't go into 2 players. It's 1 or 2. P.T. Barnum's Acrobats. Only a 2-player game, isn't it? 18 keyboard-activated game variations, advanced scoring for 1 or 2 players at a time. So that's a 1 or 2 player game. Football, freedom fighters, bowling, basketball, blockout, breakdown. Pocket. That's a 2-player game. Man, where's the rest of my 4 players? Why was I thinking of putting, wait. Yeah, 1 to 4. Why was I thinking of putting Demon Attack on there? That's not a 4-player. Thunderball is a 4-player game. Right alongside Computer Golf. Is that it? Is there only 1 to 4-player games? I thought there were more. The guy who found the ancient wall gave it to his friend who called it the Monkey Shines Monument and put it in his backyard. Okay. I can start maybe another... Ooh. The 1 to 4 players can actually kind of be bookending each other. And then, how many actual just 1-player games do I have? That's 2. Type and Tell's a wash. Pocket Billiards is a wash. Acrobats is a wash. Volleyball's a 2-player. Wait, is it 1 or 2? This is another 1 or 2-player game, so... Oh, wait, no, this is 1 or 2. These are only 2 players. Yes. Except for some of the extra games on the cartridge. Yes. Sort of. So it's the Magnavox Odyssey 2. It's got the voice module on there, so you can't see it, but the Odyssey 2 was labeled as a microprocessor. If you've ever seen those old black computer chips that are like this long, and they've got all the legs off the side, that is the predecessor to the CPU. Actually, hold on a second. Computer intro. Do you have a photo of a microprocessor for me? So they built it as such because they wanted it to be like educational. There's some old computer stuff. They wanted it to be like educational as well as gaming, as opposed to Atari, which was the competition. Are they not? Huh. I mean, they also kind of looked a bit like a CPU. Or, sorry, like a Centipede. The old. This is a programming course, by the way, which we're going to be going through at some point. I'm kind of excited for that, but it looks like they do not have a photo of the 8048 microprocessor that the Odyssey uses. Oh well. So, most people call it a game system or a game console, although it's a microprocessor is what they say. Yeah, and Atari is like a computer. Well, they made a computer, but I think Atari was officially called a game system. They never called themselves a microprocessor. And Odyssey, actually, we have the Odyssey 1 downstairs. Well, it's just called the Odyssey. It's Magnavox Odyssey. Was the first home game console with Pong. Atari would later follow, and then I believe other systems would follow as well, and Odyssey would make more Pong systems for home and then this. But before the first Odyssey, there was only Atari in the arcade format, coin-operated things in bars and stuff, and then like at Computer Space, the Computer Space shooter game. What were these? No, 2 players. Football, Freedom Fighters, bowling, basketball, blockout. These are all the 1 or 2 player games. We don't have a lot of space left in there. Yeah, I think those are the only. I could have sworn I had 3 games that were 1 or 4 players. Thunderball and Computer Golf, though, are the only things that are sticking out to me. Should have done the 2180, Jinko, Out of This World, Helicopter Rescue. We can try some 1-player. Oh, that's right. We were looking for 1-player games. So Math and Magic and Echo. That's a 1-player game. That's math, and then like the Simon Says, like the game where it's like red. Okay, red. red, green, red, green, red, green, blue, red, green, blue. You know, that one. Okay, so we got that one. Oh. Actually, there's quite a few more one-player games than I thought. These aren't gonna really fit, but I may move them around and put the 1 and 4-player games somewhere else. Because so far, here's all of the 1-player games. Yeah, that's not... Also, what is... Monkey Shines is 1 to 3, so let's move this. I'm gonna have to redo these. So let's just squish this up against there for now. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, H, I, J, K. And, you know, and this could be a thing too where the category carries on between the 2 drawers. I don't know what the final setup's going to be, but I hope that it's going to be nicer than this. So Attack of the Time Lord. K, L, M, N, O, P. A-T versus A-L. B, C, D, U, K, H, J, K, L goes first. Then we should have then Cosmic Conf. Yes. I always get that confused with Freedom Fighters. And then, Killer Bees. We'll have to squish in back. Okay. So if you look around the corner, you can see Killer Bees. There's not room. There's maybe room for something to push it this way a little bit. I don't really want to squish them, so we got... Do I have a... No, I'm just going to peel this label off. I should have a pen up here already, but I don't. So, there we go. Alright, it's clear now that you don't know how many players that was. So, that goes right there. Alright, okay. That looks okay for now. The rest of these games I'm just going to quickly put in here. I forgot to vacuum the back of that one out. How did these not get vacuumed out? Really not? I think because my mom helped me wash up here, so maybe she washed this and just missed inside of there, which is okay. And the reason that I'm just quickly sticking these in here is because then I can take the laundry basket downstairs. And this isn't all of the North American games, but it's most of them. I think I needed like somewhere between 5 and 10 more. And yeah, so that's this could go in there too. 1 to 4 players. That's pretty much it for this stream. There will be more like this in the future as I slowly set up things and figure out where they go. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, thanks to everybody who tuned in. I'll see you guys in whatever's next. Bye.